In 1,000 years' time, flamingos will likely be one of the few surviving species at the Camargue. According to experts, these migratory birds will continue to come to this nature reserve in the south of France regardless of climate change. Like many areas of natural beauty, this national reserve is expected to suffer from exponential damage in the coming decades, damage that is already being observed by local residents.
After 3 or 4 decades, the beaches have grown smaller, there are more rocks, and the sand has decreased. For example, we have a few days, 2 or 3 days of snow every year, when before we never used to see it.
The rise in sea level will cause irreversible harm to Camargue's ecosystem. High tides will have a negative impact on the soil's high salt levels. This is the only place in France where you will find rice fields, and salt is an essential component in its production.
We saw many effects of the advancing sea and the salinity of the soil. As the soil is salty, the grass grows less, so we lose quality of our grazing land, and we have to give much more hay. Financially as well, it's more difficult.
Located on the Languedoc coast, artificial barriers protect the reserve from the Mediterranean's advancing waves.
The medium storms today are going to be strongest at the end of this century. And this one are going to be very similar than the extreme waves that we have today.
What's more, the rising sea levels in the south of France will produce even bigger waves, endangering the shoreline and many local towns on the Mediterranean coast.